afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Live at 4.
It's Friday. Come on, Mark. That's 2 weeks in a row now.
I can't. It's Friday.
Yes, it is. You should be happy. We don't have the big winter storm we were afraid of today.
South, but if you're heading to Chicago, check your flights. O'Hare, I'm sure, is impacted by all this.
We'll get the details on that coming up in just a little bit.
But first, topping the news today, the Middleton School District signed a deal with their resigning head coach that would keep a veil of silence over his departure. Naomi Coles breaks it down for us.
A judge in South Carolina sentenced disbarred attorney Alex Murdaugh to life in prison without parole today for the murders of his wife and son.
And office space in downtown Madison could see significant changes in the coming years. That's due to a new proposal to sell some well-known downtown buildings. Well, Keneally has that. Let's take a look outside. Geese are honking away.
Just a little gray, a little on the chilly side, but nothing major.
Yeah, the sun's trying to peek out late in the day. A mild weekend, that's the good news. And Greg's in the backyard. Even better news, that storm went south.
Yep, that's the good news for a lot of people that didn't want to see any more snow, as it is pushed much further south. In fact, even to the south side of Chicago, really. So that's the good news. Right now, outside, we got cloud cover, low clouds basically coming around that system. We're still impacted with high clouds and some low clouds, but we are seeing a little bit of more breaks this afternoon. Visible satellite shows all that mass of clouds to the southeast. We're kind of on the northern edge of it now, more serious or high clouds, but overall, we're going to see a few breaks this evening, but out west, we got more clouds coming in tonight. Precipitation-wise, there's the radar showing it just really on the south side of Chicago, inching a little bit further north, but most of the heavier snow is going to be down there, and then obviously they have more severe weather going on further into Indiana and Ohio. Overall temperatures, upper 30s about average, low 40s a little bit to the west where they had a little bit more sun just in the last few minutes. As we zoom in for Dane County overall, we're looking at temperatures from 33 to Sauk City up to the north to 37 in Edgerton. So generally in the 30s, but overall looking good. That's your east-northeast winds coming around that low. That gives us a little bit of a cooler, more moist flow, and that's kept the low clouds in, but that's beginning to basically weaken. So what you're looking for this evening, temperatures will begin to then slowly climb down. The winds are going to die down too overnight. Should get down to about into the low 30s as we get towards this evening hour or around the 10 p.m. hour. There's your storm to the east. To the west, that's the one that's going to give us the showers. I'll break down what to expect with that by Saturday and how warm it may get Sunday a bit later in the broadcast.
All right, Greg, go check back in. Thank you. In the middle of a criminal police investigation into bullying and harassment in their high school program, the Middleton School District signed a deal with their resigning head coach that would keep a veil of silence over why he was leaving. Investigative
reporter Naomi Coles got a copy of the legal agreement, and she joins us now with more. Naomi.
Yeah, Susan, head coach Jason Pertzborn resigned in January. It was 2 weeks after the school's police officer had opened a criminal investigation into harassment and possible sexual assault. This copy of the coach's resignation agreement does not reference the investigation and says, quote, the employer and employee agreed to state only that Mr. Pertzborn is resigning for personal reasons and will answer any inquiries in the same manner, end quote. Now, that memo also agrees to pay him for a full month after his departure and agreed that the voluntary resignation would not be construed as guilty, liability, or culpability for the district or the coach. Now, all of this comes just a couple of weeks after the police investigation closed. Then we learned that Pertzborn knew about bullying allegations as far back as last summer. I checked with the district attorney's office today about the status of possible charges against accused players in the program. They said they were still reviewing the case.
Interesting. Anything else in the agreement that stands out to you?
There's a number of things, really. So the school district promises to give him a reference to his, whatever his next opportunity would be. They also mention that, as I mentioned, he's only resigning for personal reasons, but he's not allowed to make any, defamatory comments about the school district. The school district is not able to make any of the similar comments about him. And really, this entire agreement is one of tight-lippedness. There is a clear crackdown in what can be said based on this legal agreement following this, resignation that came after he was put on administrative leave.
Now, the district itself was going to do its own investigation into what happened with the team. What's the latest with that?
So I asked them today for an update. I have not heard from them. I sent them an email, I think it was 5 or 6 hours ago now. What we do know is that as of mid-February, so a couple of weeks ago now, they said that they were in the middle of their own ongoing internal investigation that was separate from the police investigation, and they were expecting that to last several more weeks. They had something vague about how they would have some actions following that. It's really unclear, though, and I'm still waiting to hear from them in terms up. Where is that going, and what are we going to see after that internal investigation closes?
A lot of questions still unanswered.
We'll continue to follow it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thanks, Naomi.
Madison College is entering a partnership that intends to bring entrepreneurship and small business courses to Africa. YAM Education is a startup founded by Usman Kabri, a Madison College grad. He's the CEO, founder, and developer. The partnership fulfills a goal of giving more African students access to the same education Kabri experienced at Madison College. Upon completion of courses, YAM students earn digital badges and can begin using learned skills immediately within their businesses, industry, and community.
Today, I'm really super happy because this is a dream come true to leave a small country, come here and be able to partner with an institution to export their gold, because knowledge here is really gold.
YAM students, regardless of whether they continue their studies at Madison College or not, can pursue two unique co-branded certificates, an entrepreneur certificate and then a business plan certificate. Well, office space in downtown Madison could see significant changes in the coming years.
That's due to a new proposal to consolidate state office buildings and ultimately sell some well-known pieces of downtown Madison.
Political reporter Will Keneally has more on what this means for state workers. Will?
So the plan is expected to reduce state government's footprint in downtown Madison by close to 30%, which the Department of Administration estimates would be about 3,800 employees. Most wouldn't have to go far, getting moved to existing office spaces in Madison. DOA Secretary Kathy Blumenfeld says that this would save a significant amount of money on the upkeep of those old buildings.
So if we do keep these buildings, we're gonna have to invest heavily to modernize those buildings. And so that went into some of the research that we did in terms of making the decisions.
So Blumenfeld says that that modernization could cost upwards of $500 million. So now the consolidation of the office space is just one part. But to actually sell the buildings, the state's building commission would have to sign off. We'll speak to one of the members of that commission tonight at 5.
We'll see you then. Thank you. A Vietnam War veteran received the nation's highest military honor at the White House today.
Retired Army Colonel Paris Davis, one of the first black officers in the Green Berets, received the Medal of Honor from President Biden.
Willie James Inman has more from the White House.
A Vietnam War veteran finally gets acknowledged for his heroic deeds. Retired Colonel Paris Davis received the Medal of Honor during a White House ceremony more than half a century overdue.
It may be the most consequential day since I've been president. It's an incredible man.
On June 18, 1965, during the Battle of Bang Son in Vietnam, Davis was hit by a grenade and gunfire, but still risked his own life to save the lives of 2 of his soldiers. And he then ignored an order to retreat in order to save the life of a 3rd.
Captain Davis, commander, gave him a direct order: get on board. Davis' response was just as direct. Sir, he said, I'm just not going to leave. I still have an American out there.
Though Colonel Davis joined the U.S. Army 14 years after President Harry Truman desegregated the military, because of the racism that he faced, he would be forced to wait nearly 6 decades before receiving the nation's highest military honor.
Volunteering to serve a country that in many places still refused to serve people who look like him.
Davis's commanding officer, Billy Cole, immediately nominated him for the Medal of Honor, but the records mysteriously vanished not once, but twice. A 1969 military review did not reveal any file on Davis.
But you know what Captain Davis said after learning he would finally receive the Medal of Honor? Quote, America was behind me. He never lost faith, which I find astounding.
Davis is now one of just 65 Americans still alive to receive the honor, an honor that he says he shares with his Special Forces soldiers.
Thank you. So you doing okay?
He is so deserving of that. Davis retired from the military in 1985.
A judge in South Carolina sentenced disbarred attorney Alex Murdaugh today to life in prison without parole for the murders of his wife and son. The sentence came less than 24 hours after a jury convicted him of the crime. Moments before, Murdaugh again insisted he did not kill his wife Maggie or 22-year-old son Paul in June of 2021. It took jurors less than 3 hours to find Murdaugh guilty on all counts.
For the murder of Paul Murdaugh, whom you probably love so much, I sentence you to prison for murdering him for the rest of your natural life. Those sentences will run consecutive.
Murdaugh also faces multiple charges for alleged financial crimes, some of which he admitted to during the trial. The victim's family members, including the parents and sister of Maggie Murdaugh, declined to give victim impact statements before the sentencing.
Well, most people think concussions are sports related, but a UW health physician says most head injuries happen off the field. Dr. Ben Gillespie said the most common cause of concussions in young children and people over the age of 75 is a fall. For teens and young adults, it's motor vehicle crashes. Gillespie said many traumatic brain injuries can be avoided with simple precautions like keeping driveways clear during the winter, having age-appropriate car seats for kids, and wearing a seatbelt.
I see every day when I drive around town in Madison how many people are riding bikes without a helmet. That's very big to me. That's a very preventable cause of a lot of the cases we see of brain injury.
Gillespie said education about symptoms of concussions is necessary in facilitating a person's recovery. If you sustained a head injury and don't quite feel like yourself, Gillespie recommends that you find a medical professional as soon as possible.
And don't forget to watch Charlotte Deleste's story about her experience. You really learn a lot. We have a program alert for you today. The Badger women's hockey team will be on TV Wisconsin this afternoon for the WCHA semifinals. The team will be taking on Minnesota at 5 o'clock. The winner of that game will advance to the finals to face the winner of Ohio State and Minnesota Duluth, which will also be televised at 1 p.m. To find TV Wisconsin, go to Channel 3.2 over the air or Channel 14 on DirecTV and Spectrum.
The Madison Metropolitan School District received a $1 million donation to support a program meant to address disruptions brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. The donation comes from Communities in Schools, or CIS. It's a nonprofit organization that works with districts across the country. CIS is supporting MMSD's Village Builders Project, which had been funded through federal COVID-19 relief funds. That money is set to expire next year. The project was launched last fall as a way to address learning disruptions brought on by the pandemic. Through the project, the school district added 55 staff positions across 22 schools in an effort to support students and families.
A Janesville bachelor is really putting himself out there, but it's through an approach that not many take with dating. This Janesville billboard says, "Date Robert." He calls himself Wisconsin's #1 eligible bachelor. Through this billboard, Robert hopes he can turn heads and meet the woman of his dreams.
I'm just looking for that special someone.
Tonight at 5 and 6, our Catherine Merck introduces us to the man behind this way of trying to find the one. I hope he has good luck. I can't wait to hear.
He has the rose ready.
Yes.
Well, still to come at 4, Polly doesn't want a cracker. He wants to steal a base.
We'll find out how a couple of parrots stopped a ball game in Florida. That's when Live at 4 continues.
You're watching News 3 Now, live at 4.
The ultimate appliance sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Get top appliance brands like this Whirlpool range with air fry for only $17 per month, plus special financing for 5 years and delivery in 3 days or less at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley of Madison.
We asked people to give their honest feedback on how wrinkles around their eye area and under-eye puffiness looked after trying Tint and Tighten for the first time.
So with foundation, normally it just kind of, you just cover up and conceal things. But with Tint and Tighten, it actually changes the way the skin looks. The lines are actually gone. So you don't get any of that buildup within them and the creases that you normally would see when you wear foundation.
40s is a bit of a shocker for me because 40s, I noticed the skin under my eye is getting very loose. And then 50s hit. And I'm 54, and I really noticed the difference in the firmness of my skin here and especially here. I'm glad there's products like Tint and Tighten out there so that I can just put this on and not worry about what I didn't do in my 40s, my 30s, and my 20s, and it looks like I always have. It's a pleasure and it's actually a gift for anyone.
Tint and Tighten shrinks under-eye puffiness, smooths out wrinkles and fine lines around the eye area, and provides tinted coverage to hide dark circles and skin imperfections, making you look fresh and younger. Tint and Tighten is the only cosmetic that blends a beautiful tinted cream to cover uneven skin tone and dark circles with silicate technology that smooths out under-eye puffiness and wrinkles, making the skin around your eye area look flawless for up to 8 hours.
I will be turning 59 in June of this year. Using Tint and Tighten, for me, I'm actually very confident right now that my wrinkles won't be as obvious. It is giving me the support that I think reminds me that I'm at my best right now.
Finally, there's a tinted eye cream to cover dark circles and uneven skin tone. And since Tint and Tighten works in 10 minutes and lasts up to 8 hours, you can look your best without getting injections or fillers. Get beautiful, lightweight, tinted coverage, plus that smoother, younger, wrinkle-free look from years past in 10 minutes. A look that will make you feel beautiful and confident. Try it today for only $19.95. Plus, get free shipping and handling. Visit tintandtighten.com or call the number on your screen.
There are so many things we take for granted, and along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for granted too. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living, and through no fault of their own, they're being left behind? If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy and water providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
It's the ultimate sale going on now at Ashley. Fill your room for as little as $21 a month, plus delivery in 3 days or less, and special financing for 5 years with no money down. Happening now at Ashley, Wisconsin's #1 furniture and mattress retailer.
Welcome back. This week is National Eating Disorders Awareness Week, and with cases on the rise, advocates say it's time for change.
Eating disorders can affect people of all ages, backgrounds, and genders. Eating disorders have the second highest death rate of all mental health disorders. Opioid use is first, but eating disorders often appear in teens or young adults. In recent years, however, they're increasing among children and older adults. The National Eating Disorders Association says their helpline has experienced a 100% increase in contacts since the pandemic started. So reach out to them if you need some help. We have that number on Channel 3000, by the way. The Kids' Choice Awards are tomorrow on Nickelodeon. They're co-hosted by CBS morning anchor Nate Burleson.
Seating charts are ready, slime is prepped, and the hosts are polishing up the plan. Nate and Charlie D'Amelio will host the awards with some of America's biggest stars. And then there's the slime. It's a Nickelodeon specialty, so Nate's CBS Mornings co-anchors decided to get in on the action. Viewers voted on social media to decide who Gayle King would slime. With more than 40% of the vote, senior producer Matt Shelley was the winner.
What does that feel like, Matt?
Slime?
Like Matt Shelley.
And it turned out his co-workers weren't spared. The Kids' Choice Awards honored the biggest stars in television, film, music, and sports. It airs Saturday at 6 o'clock.
Our senior producer is also a Matt. Wouldn't we love to do that to him? He'd love to do it to us, I guarantee you. Well, mortgage rates are on the rise, cooling the housing market and forcing many buyers to the sidelines. This week, a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage averaged 6.65%. That is up for the fourth week in a row and up from 3.7% last year.
Every half point the mortgage rates rise, I think that definitely has an impact on what buyers are willing to do, how far they're willing to stretch on home purchase.
Home buying activity is dropping in response. Mortgage applications fell for the third week in a row, sitting at a 28-year low for the second week. The rising rates connected to concerns with how the Federal Reserve is handling its ongoing fight against inflation. While the Fed does not set the interest rates that borrowers pay on mortgages directly, its actions do influence them. Stocks staged a big end-of-the-week rally as bond yields fall. The Dow Industrials added 387 points, ending the week at 33,390. The Nasdaq was up almost 2%, gaining 226 points. The S&P 500 up 64. Well, we've all heard of a rain delay at sports events, but a parrot delay? That's what happened when a pair of parrots invaded a college women's softball game in Central Florida. Jeannie Mose has the story.
They took the field, causing a flap.
There are multiple parrots on the field.
2 to be exact, delighting.
Just gorgeous birds.
And freaking out the women's softball players at the University of Central Florida's field, causing an umpire to duck.
Rain delay, yes, but parrot delay?
That's absolutely a first.
Chad Steers was the home plate umpire.
Yeah, I'm not. Oh!
When one of the parrots made a home on his shoulder.
I felt the wind from the wings and a gasp from the crowd.
Let's go to the replay.
Oh! One just landed on the umpires.
Chad was so unfazed, he pretended to put on his mask as if to resume the game with a parrot on him. When he tried to touch the bird, the parrot retreated to the other shoulder. Who are these mystery birds?
Tiki's the one who eventually got tired and decided to land on the umpire.
Megan Brown owns Tiki and Lilu. She was letting them fly free behind the stadium. They always come back.
Hi, baby.
During our interview, the parrots dislodged her glasses, attacked the lens and pecked it.
Hi, Lilu.
And perched on Megan's head. She says she's a little surprised Tiki didn't nip the umpire when he touched him at the feisty age of 8 months.
He's normally kind of a
But Chad loved Tiki.
It was just a great moment.
After about half a minute, one of the grounds crew lured the bird to him and escorted Tiki out. The umpire's co-workers teased him.
And this is sitting on my desk, you know.
Who cares about calling balls and strikes when you're the target of a bird strike? Jeannie Mose, CNN, New York. That's a game to remember.
Beautiful birds.
Oh, they are.
8 months. That's a baby.
A baby, yeah. They probably don't know any words yet, any phrases.
All right, electric cars, you know, they're all the talk of transportation these days, but how about electric boats? Boats that don't even sit on the water. We'll find out more about these electric hydrofoils coming up after Greg's First Warn forecast.
It's A1 Furniture's biggest and best sale ever. Their warehouse liquidation event is on now. Our lease is up and everything must go. Over $1 million in inventory must be sold now at huge discounts. 40,000 square feet of incredible savings only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
For back pain, I've always been a take 2 and call in the morning guy. But my new doctor recommended Salonpas. Without another pill upsetting my stomach, I get powerful, effective, and safe relief. Salonpas, it's good medicine.
He sent me to. When Aspen Dental told me that my dentures was ready, I was so excited. I love the confidence. I love that I can flash this beautiful smile and make the world smile with me. I would totally say Aspen Dental changed my life.
Aspen Dental makes new smiles affordable. Right now, get 20% off dentures. We do anything to make you smile. Schedule your consultation today.
New Ivisia Dry Eye Drops. Made with hydrating polymers, moisturizing hyaluronic acid, and revitalizing trehalose to reduce dryness, discomfort, and strain. Ivisia. We see a better way.
There's a reason big dental bills often come as a shock, because sometimes you don't realize what's not covered until you get the bill. That's why affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual is important. It can give you benefits that go beyond what you get from more limited coverage plans. Because no one likes a big dental bill, especially if you're retired or on a fixed income. For a free information kit, call or go online now. This isn't some discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance that helps cover over 350 procedures, like cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures, at any dentist you want. Dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company helps cover preventive care, basic work, and major procedures, with no deductibles and no annual maximum. For your free information kit with all the details, call now or visit sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual. Save big money and get 11% off all your plumbing necessities now at Menards. Remove or transfer water quickly with Barracuda sump and utility pumps. These powerful, energy-efficient pumps are built to last with a rugged cast iron or thermoplastic construction. Be prepared for spring flooding and keep your basement dry. Start your plumbing project today and get a Barracuda cast iron sump pump for just $99.99 right now at Menards. Save big money at Menards.
Don't miss out on 40,000 square feet of incredible savings at A1 Furniture's warehouse liquidation event on now. Everything must go with immediate pickup or delivery. Sofas, sectionals, dining sets, bedroom sets, mattresses, and more at liquidation prices. Only at A1 Furniture and Mattress.
Well, take a look at this. An Indiana woman used to searching estate sales for vintage bargains found a real humdinger that set off a personal time warp dating back decades. Cheryl Bell was scrolling through random estate sales on Facebook when she suddenly saw herself. Among the vintage goods was a portrait of Bell painted way back in 1981. And Bell was foggy on the details and has no idea how her portrait ended up in the home, but she quickly snatched up the portrait. Now it's time to solve the mystery.
I hope she got a discount.
But how did that have somebody else's house?
That's interesting. Yeah.
Well, a limited test run of the new Raspberry Rally Girl Scout cookies sold out. Now boxes of the raspberry-flavored Thin Mint-like cookies are going up to $100 online.
Product Program Director Jessica Martin says those resales are unauthorized and they go against Girl Scout ethics. Okay? She says selling Girl Scout cookies is not just about offering up sweets. It's a chance for kids to learn business skills and raise money for troop activities. So the cookie season is back.
So if you see them on eBay,
don't buy them.
It's not Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah, I'd like to try them, though. They sound good.
We had a bunch in the newsroom
Yeah,
today.
we didn't have those.
Did we have the raspberry rallies?
No.
It's a dangerous time of year.
Yes.
Everybody's kids are selling Girl Scout cookies.
His daughter used to sell them.
Yeah, my ex had a whole garage full of them.
Really?
Yeah, so cookies, everything. Yeah, tired of it. Well, the good news is the weekend looks mild. A few rain showers coming, but we missed the storm, but we may have some more rain coming maybe Sunday night. I'll break all the details down after the break.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
Is your house frustratingly cold? Here's some good news. You can upgrade to our high-efficiency foam insulation, and the federal government will pay up to 30% of the cost in the form of an energy tax credit. Our foam keeps the cold air out, your warm air in, with lower energy costs all year long. And again, the energy tax credit covers up to 30% of the cost. Our schedule is filling fast, so call now and get in ahead of everyone else. It's time to stop freezing and start saving.
USA Insulation.
Get personalized support. Call the Wisconsin Tobacco Quit line at 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Join the Circle of Life at the Lion King. Experience the world's #1 musical. Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
Extremist Dan Kelly wants abortion banned, even in cases of rape, incest, and the health of the mother. For years, Kelly was on the payroll of a radical anti-abortion group working to take away women's rights. On the court, Kelly will uphold Wisconsin's 1849 criminal abortion ban that strips women of their freedom to make personal decisions on abortion. Dan Kelly, an extremist who doesn't care about us.
From installation, repairs, and maintenance to complete sewer and drain cleaning, visit MononaPFP.com.
Monona Plumbing and Fire Protection, a name you can trust when service is a must.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Yeah, yesterday we broke down what happened during the winter, so today we'll take a look at what happened in February. And overall, the same trend was warmer but wetter. So you look at snowfall for February, we ended up about average where we should be, but rainfall definitely was above just because of the warmer conditions. So you can see, otherwise warmer, the highest temperature was 48 degrees. The lowest one that was observed was about -8. Overall, about the 6th wettest, and once again, warm too. So that's kind of been a theme for most of the winter, and it was for February too, warmer than average. You look at the temperatures overall, this is the average departure from normal for the high temperatures. You can see most of the month we spent above average with a few little blimps here that went below, but overall, once again, a warm month and obviously more rain than snow, and that was kind of the theme for the winter time too. For the meantime, we got this huge system down to the south that we've been tracking further and further south. It's doing the snow up to the Chicago area, the severe weather to around Indiana and Ohio. Weak front here, and then we have a little weak waves here that are going to impact our weather this weekend, at least tomorrow, but not much of an issue. And then the Monday system is well offshore. That's a Sunday night, Monday night, it'll take its time. But once again, mild conditions with this flow because the cold air is really locked to the north. Here's your winter storm warnings to the south. Really, once again, they're even to the south side of Chicago now, going up to Michigan, so they've even pushed further south than maybe 24 hours ago overall. If we track that out, that gets out of here later tonight. We'll get a little bit of clearing here briefly before that next wave we mentioned brings more cloud cover, and then you'll see showers come through about Saturday afternoon. A lot of people probably won't see much in the way of just cloud cover, but overall you might see a shower or two, and then we'll clear out. And then here comes the next one, which is a little better organized, a little stronger. That's going to bring precipitation not till probably Sunday evening or even Sunday night. So most of the day Sunday, we're going to see just cloud cover, but no precipitation yet. In the meantime, look at temperatures overnight tonight. We should get back down once we see a little bit of a clearing. Get back down into the upper 20s by the time we get overnight. We'll have the clearing, and then the clouds once again will start increasing towards morning. So as you wake up, you'll probably have cloud cover once again, upper 20s. And then you just watch as this wave comes across. And this may be over depicting a lot of the rainfall. A lot of this may not reach the ground and just be cloud cover, but we will see a few showers. Notice the temperatures a few degrees warmer than yesterday. Today we'll look into the low to mid 40. So once again, a little above average. And then Sunday even warmer. Sunday, we're going to have that system approach, and this is the idea. It comes through Sunday night. It exits Monday with maybe even a few thunderstorms Monday afternoon as it wraps out. But it's going to be quick moving, and it won't be that much in the way of precipitation. Overall, for the temperatures there, you'll notice that coming into Sunday night, Monday, we might stay at 40 or better, and then we're looking at a 50 for Monday. Overall, the weekend, like I said, a few showers tomorrow. That system Sunday night and Monday is more just rain, maybe a thunderstorm Monday. And then the rest of the week, the big news on that is the decrease in temperatures as we start going back down. And it does look to be colder than average as we get towards that period. And notice, obviously, next weekend is daylight savings time coming into factor already. So
wow. Already?
Yeah.
Why bother? So in 3 months?
Yeah, pretty much. So it's coming. But it's going to get colder till the end of next week. So enjoy the mild conditions through about Tuesday, and then we'll be back to colder conditions. But no snow, no big system.
All liquid precip?
That's right.
That's good.
Yep.
Thanks, Greg.
It's all hands on deck as the United Kingdom prepares for the coronation of King Charles III.
We told you about the coronation chair earlier this week. The ancient throne of British kings and queens has had better days. Conservator Krista Blessy has been tasked with the medieval makeover. The 6.5-foot throne has been a centerpiece for English coronations for centuries after it was built in 1309.
So a lot of my work at the moment is sticking those layers of gilding back down and making sure it's completely sound before the coronation.
Now, restoring the throne is just a small part of the preparations for the king's coronation ceremony at Westminster Abbey, which is now just 2 months away. The late Queen Elizabeth II was the last person to use the chair in 1953. The historic chair has survived schoolboy graffiti and even a bombing. The coronation of King Charles, mark your calendars, is set for Saturday, May 6th.
They got to fix that cushion.
Yeah.
Well, now we want you to meet Abraham Lincoln. Scientists in Florida say this mollusk is 214 years old based on the layers on its shell. That means it's been alive since 1809, the same year former President Abraham Lincoln was born. Gulf Specimen Marine Laboratories say an AmeriCorps member named Blaine found it while walking with his family. Scientists say it's an ocean quahog clam and can live more than 200 years, as evidenced by Abraham Lincoln.
What a discovery. Looks like it's smiling, doesn't it?
Don't open it.
Yeah, don't open it.
Let it be.
Right.
Well, battery-powered cars are more popular than ever, and now boats are getting on board.
Dina Demetria shows us how electric watercraft are sailing toward the future.
Rising above the waters of San Francisco Bay, these electric hydrofoil speedboats make for smooth sailing.
Not only is electric, you're gliding above the water, so there is no seasickness. You don't feel the waves. It's like you're on a jet plane.
Two companies, American Navier and Swedish Candela, are leading the charge to bring electric hydrofoil speedboats to city waterways, aiming to replace gas-guzzling water taxis with these electric hover wonders.
It's like 10x cheaper than using a gas boat, so you can use it as a scalable waterborne transportation. It unlocks a potential, a new form of transportation that was never ever possible before.
But these watercraft meet bumpy seas on two issues: limited range and cost, around $400,000.
Just the amount of energy that it takes to move a boat through the water and to propel a boat through a water requires a lot of batteries. As you add more batteries, you add costs. It gets worse the larger the boat gets.
Still, Candela says it's already sold and manufactured 150 of its new C8 model.
This boat is the future of leisure boating.
It comes with some creature comforts, too.
You can spend the night here if you like. It's cozy and protected.
The company also has more impactful goals on board.
The mission at Candela is really to create a big impact and reduce as much the CO2 emission.
Candela is testing out its same technology on a 30-passenger catamaran as early as this summer. Dina Demetria, CBS News, Los Angeles.
And these companies are also looking at making self-driving boats.
They look so cool.
They do.
They really do.
Well, coming up next year on Live at 4, we have a preview of the blockbuster movie opening this weekend, Creed 3.
And then coming up next hour at 5, you get the chance to meet Wisconsin's most eligible bachelor. He's put up this billboard.
Self-proclaimed.
Yeah, outside of Janesville. Our reporter, Catherine Merck, will introduce us to Robert Siegfried. That's coming up at 5.
All right, team, we got a big project coming up. And it all starts with ordering promotional products.
I'm on it. 4imprint makes it easy to get the logoed products you're looking for. The latest in apparel, drinkware, bags, high-tech items, and more. You can be certain of getting it right at 4imprint.com.
Come on out. I'm on it.
4imprint, for certain.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home. So we applied it to his under eye bags. And let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view. And now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
At our $19.95 price, it's the best way to try Plexiderm and see it work after your first application. Visit plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
New at 5, Naomi Coles continues to look into the investigations into the Middleton High School football program. What an agreement with the district had to say about the former head coach's departure.
After a quiet but cloudy end to our work week, we are tracking some potential showers heading into our weekend. We'll give you the full rundown coming up tonight at 5.
And ahead at 6, Wisconsin's most eligible bachelor is looking to settle down. We take a look at the billboard turning heads tonight at 6.
Giving the weather satellite a spin, we end up in Atlanta. It is 75 degrees.
Partly cloudy there. That's a great shot.
March 3rd. It's warm, isn't it?
Not bad. Yeah, it is.
Well, Michael B. Jordan steps back into the ring and for the first time takes the director's chair for Creed 3.
It opened last night. David Daniel talked with Jordan about the film.
I spent the last 7 years of my life living out my wildest dreams.
It's been even longer for Michael B. Jordan as he returns in Creed 3.
This is the only character that I had a chance to play 3 times over the course of 9 years, and that's 9 years of my life as well. So I had a pretty good idea of where this black experience, would be going, you know what I'm saying, with Adonis and the things that he might be going throughout his personal and professional career. Hey, my man.
Both the personal and professional are affected by a ghost from the past.
You don't remember me, huh? Damien.
Jonathan Majors plays an old friend imprisoned while Adonis soared, but an attempt to help doesn't go as planned.
I vouch for you. You think you mad? Try spending half your life in a cell. Watching somebody else live your life. I'm coming for everything. You threatening me? What happened to those transformative years, when he was a kid, his first relationships, his first friendships, first betrayal, his first loss of trust. It's not going to stop.
Then you make him.
Co-star Tessa Thompson says she's grateful to continue shaping her character, Bianca.
What do you want to do? Where do you think she should be? I've always really been invited to be a co-author.
Don't let him destroy everything you've built. Everything we've built.
You out there boxing. I need you to start fighting.
In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
We'll find out what Will Loper thinks about it on Monday. That's going to get some big box office numbers, I think. Well, still to come at 4, we'll meet an 8-year-old Green Bay boy who some are calling a medical miracle.
We'll find out what makes Doug so special when Live at 4 continues.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
Everybody wants a wider smile because having white teeth projects self-care, confidence, and attractiveness. Whether you're on the dating scene, interviewing for a new job, or simply looking to improve your smile, what you need is Power Swabs. Power Swabs is as easy as snap, swab, and smile. You'll notice 2 shades whiter teeth in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days.
The thing I love about Power Swabs is the convenience. I mean, you break it open, just rub it on your teeth, just like you're brushing your teeth, let it sit there for a little bit, and you're done.
So I noticed I have a lot more stains on the sides right here. So with the Power Swab, I was able to go in there and really make sure that I was getting that coverage, and it really did work.
Just snap the stain out swab to remove stains from natural teeth as well as caps, crowns, and veneers. Then snap the whitening swab to whiten your teeth 6 shades in 7 days. Finally, smile and show off your pearly whites.
It's 5 minutes in the morning and I'm out the door, and it's amazing. It's a week's worth of 5 minutes a day, and I couldn't be happier with the results.
With Power Swabs, there's no messy strips, trays, or lights that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Whether you smoke or drink coffee, tea, or wine, Power Swabs is sure to lift those stains with 0 to minimal sensitivity. Just a simple 5-minute application, and each day you'll be one step closer to smiling with confidence.
Having shades lighter on my teeth in such a short period of time, it almost feels like cheating, to be honest with you, and it tickles me that you can get those kind of results in that short a time period.
Try Power Swabs today and get 50% off your order and free shipping. Plus, get a free Quick Stick pen to remove those coffee, wine, or smoking stains on the go. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Have you heard? We've outgrown our space. Again! Save up to half off floor samples and special orders at Dwellings Construction Sale. Dwellings, interior design and home furnishings. Still Madison's best kept $150 secret.
All right, weather's cooperating. We did have an incident on the interstate near Crossword Boulevard. Looks like that's kind of cleared up on the interstate, but there was some slowdown there. Otherwise, Beltline, actually no issues to speak of right now. Going west, everything looks good. Up to the north towards the Dells, everything, no issues to speak of. And then further south, everything else is looking good too. Overall, we're looking at temperatures tonight, like I said, going to cool back down to the upper 30s by the time we get around 10, 11 p.m. with a few showers tomorrow. But otherwise, it should be a nice, quiet weekend with more rain to come Sunday night.
All right, Greg, thank you. A dog named Alex was rescued alive 23 days after that devastating earthquake in Turkey. The pup, who appears to be a Siberian Husky mix, was stuck under rubble for over 3 weeks. Aww. A concerned citizen reported hearing noises from under a collapsed building. Alex is in good condition despite having lost weight. One volunteer called the rescue a miracle.
Oh, it is.
3 weeks.
That's incredible.
Speaking of miracles, an 8-year-old boy in Green Bay is a medical miracle. Firefighters helped save his life when he was just a newborn.
And now they're back at it again, helping little Doug 8 years later.
Adriana Brodas has more on the first responders who went beyond the call of duty.
No, that's fine. The Beal family kitchen is a battleground for little Doug.
I need to throw a snowball.
But his parents, Doug Sr. and Cammie, say playful moments like this almost didn't happen because their son was born at home premature.
He was about 5.5 weeks early.
His eyes were open, but he wasn't breathing. Chad had him in his hand, and he was carrying him downstairs.
That's Chad Bronkhorst.
It was intense.
Now a battalion chief with the Green Bay Metro Fire Department. These 3 were among the 6 firefighters and paramedics responding to the unresponsive newborn call 8 years ago.
You're doing a 2-finger for a while, and then you're doing a thumb for a while.
I'll never forget when he let out a little bit of a scream. We were high-fiving in the back of the truck.
I was like, this is hope.
They came to visit him in the hospital. They brought him a stuffed animal, which he still has.
They've kept in touch, attending birthday parties, trips to the fire station, and then this summer, when a mechanical pump that does what Doug's heart can't began to fail, they showed up.
Just, again, being right there for us.
So we were in the hospital at Milwaukee. They had put him on end-of-life care. And that's where the firemen were such a blessing, because they had such a strong belief in him. They just knew this is a little fighter here, and he's going to make it, and he's going to be okay.
They started a Dollars for Doug fundraiser so he could open his own bank account, one of Doug's wishes.
It's tough. Yeah, I cried. It was a punch in the gut, just because of the connection we had.
Him coming back from day one was a miracle. I was like, this miracle can't end.
Then, a surprise the firefighters weren't expecting. Dr. Adachi with Children's Hospital in Houston, Texas, took a chance by performing a life-saving surgery.
Little Doug's making a history of our, medical community. It's very rare, and he survived.
Well, if this is what happens, keep taking chances.
Now, Doug is changing the batteries on the machine that pumps his heart and making big life deposits.
He has paid us in ways that you can't put any dollar amount on.
Adrian Broadus, CNN, Green Bay, Wisconsin.
What a story.
Remarkable.
Yeah, heroes. Yeah, all of them.
You can see how much it touches those guys.
Yeah.
Little Doug.
Yeah.
All right, we'll have a final check your forecast coming up.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
It's Steinhaffel's Dream Vacation Giveaway. Test rest a Beauty Rest Black mattress at Steinhaffel's for your chance to win a trip to Hawaii. And right now, get your choice of an Apple Watch or Apple AirPods with a purchase of a Beauty Rest Black mattress. Beauty Rest Black mattresses start at just $49 per month when you use Steinhaffel's 72-month financing. So save big and rest easy on your new Beauty Rest mattress from Steinhaffel's. Shop in-store or online today at steinhaffels.com.
Tomorrow is happening right now because at Enbridge, we're modernizing our operations to ensure the world has safe, secure, and sustainable energy today and tomorrow.
Backyard living season is coming soon. Coolview has great solutions to beat the backyard blues and save 15 to 25%. Cover your deck with a screen porch, an enclosed porch, or sunroom. If you have a screen porch, let us turn it into an enclosed porch. Shade your patio with a pergola or awning. All on sale now. Let Coolview show you how to tame your backyard blues. Call now for a quote before the sun sets on savings.
Get a new view from Coolview.
At Harker Heating and Cooling, you can save a whole bunch of money when you buy a furnace. You know what's even better? Saving even more money when you purchase a furnace and an air conditioner at the same time.
Harker Heating and Cooling.
Miss the news and need to know what's going on where you live?
News 3 Now is always on. Download the Channel 3000 app and get video on demand whenever and wherever you need it.
The Channel 3000 app. Get it now.
Powered by News 3 Now.
News 3 Now's Call for Action team gets results.
We're taking action for you.
Nearly 700 cases closed, more than $500,000 recovered, and we're not finished yet. When you need help, call for action only on News 3 Now.
We're looking at cloudy conditions for most of the weekend. Possible showers tomorrow. Most won't see that. Mid to upper 40s this weekend. Warmer Sunday. Rain comes in Sunday night into Monday. Maybe a possible thunderstorm, but nothing like we saw last Sunday night. There's your temperatures overnight, getting back down to the low 20s. A few breaks of clouds, but then clouds will come back in overnight. Tomorrow's temperatures, mid to upper 40s, maybe getting close to 50. Definitely could be a 50 come Monday with temperatures overnight Sunday night, probably staying around 40 with the rain and possible thunderstorms. And then a slow cool down all of next week as we approach the time change, spring forward.
All right, Greg, thank you. Monday here on Live at 4, our happiness expert joins us to help make our lives happier.
We can all use that. And film critic Will Loper will be along to add up the weekend box office receipts. And he'll have suggestions on what to stream and what to skip. That's coming up Monday on Live at 4.
This is Kathy. She's about to see her dentist. She's afraid. Not because of the drill, but because of the bill. A big bill. But Kathy doesn't need to be afraid, and neither do you, thanks to affordable dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company. It's easy to get this coverage. Don't believe me? Call or go online for all the details. You could even have this free information kit. This isn't a discount plan or preventive-only coverage. This is real dental insurance. It helps pay for over 400 procedures. That's a lot. I'm talking cleanings, fillings, crowns, bridges, root canals, even dentures. Bottom line, you'll have help paying for routine care and expensive major work. But if you want deductibles, forget it. There aren't any. No annual maximum either. Plus, Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Stop fearing the big bill. Start saving at the dentist. Call now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Physicians Mutual, Physicians Mutual.
Fresh out of Papa Murphy's kitchen, the limited time double bacon cheddar pizza.
Actually, it's fresh out of my oven.
Dad, it's just an expression.
Nacho cheddar cheese sauce, crispy bacon, Canadian bacon? Now that is an expression.
Change the way you pizza.
Anytime Fitness is having a 10-day flash sale. For 10 days only, you can join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Get a coach and a community to support you with training, nutrition, and recovery. Now through March 10th, join Anytime Fitness for just $1. Hurry in now. This deal won't last long.
A convicted felon kidnapped and raped a 15-year-old girl, abducting her off the street in broad daylight. Judge Janet Protasewicz could have sentenced him to 20 years. Instead, she put him back on our streets.
What detractors would say is you having been soft on a violent sexual crime.
I would say that that's ridiculous. Judge Protasewicz puts our families at risk, and putting her on our Supreme Court, that's what's ridiculous. Fair Courts America is responsible.
Well, technically, according to the weather experts, March 1st marks the first day of meteorological spring.
Right, and spring means baby animal time. That's part of this week's edition of the News Hounds. Louie and Oliver, take it away.
Here's the News Hounds, Louie and Oliver, with their World News Roundup.
This week on the News Hounds, one big birthday bash.
A brand new flamboyance.
And a panda takes a bath?
But first, 3 adorable koala joeys are experiencing first day feels as they left their mums and bubs yard to transition into the koala preschool at the Australian Reptile Park. Olaf, Regina, and Petal are exploring their new area and getting to know each other. The trio will eventually become a critical part of the park's koala breeding program and act as ambassadors for the endangered species. The head of the park says it's great to see they'll be able to comfort each other while they adapt to their new yard.
The Fort Worth Zoo in Texas welcomed 17 adorable lesser flamingo chicks over the last month, with more on the way. According to the zoo, which says it has the most successful lesser flamingo breeding program in the world, the birds are difficult to breed and reproduce less than other flamingo species. So, in their words, these flamingo chicks are a big deal. For now, the chicks will be housed behind the scenes and will receive around-the-clock feeds and care from keepers and their parents.
Asian elephant Molly celebrated her 26th birthday with some gifts. The Rosamund Gifford Zoo in Syracuse, New York, says Molly loves to crash boxes, and her twins also joined in the new fun. Molly made history this past October when she gave birth to the first set of surviving elephant twins in North America and Europe. Even more amazing, both Yad and Turkata weighed over 200 pounds at birth. Molly, enjoy your day.
Finally, a zookeeper in Adelaide, South Australia, captured footage of a panda happily rolling around in sawdust. A little guy named Wang Wang loves the occasional lavender-scented bubble bath or a sawdust-filled cardboard box. And who are we to judge? Enjoy, Wang Wang.
And that's this week's edition of the News Hounds Now Update.
Whatever.
I love them.
Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you back here on Monday. News for Now at 5 starts right now.